the last half of the game.
Good game for Davis. He's got 10 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
So for New Orleans right now, backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Q out there with Davis, and it's Kaman in at the 5 spot. Davis, the pass to Q. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
You know, even though he's older and won't be putting up points in the mid-20s like he once did with regularity, when you talk about clutch shots and somebody you want to take clutch shots, Paul Pierce is still one of your guys.
So it's the Pelicans now after Paul Pierce's score. Here's Q, and he banks in the layup. Q's got 10 points.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Johnson. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 6th rebound on the night. Going back to Pierce's offensive game, one of the most versatile one-on-one scorers in the game to this day, Steve.
Yeah, he can score inside, out, in between, and a very smart passer as well. Plays the game with a great pace. He's just got so much strength and rhythm to his game that he sort of does whatever he wants out there.
And gets his teammates involved as well.
You know, Deron Williams is so strong and so poised in the post. I'd like to see him down on the block a little bit more often. There are very few point guards in this league who really have the strength to deal with Williams in a post-up situation.
And for Deron Williams, he is very versatile, Clark.
Yeah, he can pass it, shoot it, drive it, kills you with the crossover, and he's got excellent size that allows him to back you down, too. He can put you in the washing machine and take you for a spin every now and then.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. He doesn't want them settling for outside shots anymore. He wants their points to come at the rim. Look for them to really start attacking that basket. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Williams. Chris Kaman making his last shot. Shoots from 8. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's 9 points for Williams.
Oh, boy, I love watching this guy play. He just lives and breathes the game. Loves to be out on the floor with his guys.
Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Q. Kaman a screen. Q passes to Davis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the 1st and 2nd picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
Gotta love it.
And that one falls for Davis. And Clark, you mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that 3 college freshmen, you know, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all 3 players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, strange, but you know, a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent, and I think it bodes well for the league going forward.
Here's Pierce. He dreams the turnaround jump shot. Pierce has got 4 points in the quarter.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Holiday, the pass to Q. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Davis can't get it to go. Nets trail by 4. It's Williams with the drive. Hangs in the air. And there's the nice layup by Garnett. Garnett's got 6.
See how the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
And Holiday kicks to Kaman. Here's Q, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Here's Williams. He's got 9. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Pierce, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And it's Gordon penetrating. He feeds it to Holiday. Kaman dishes to Gordon. Holiday, the pass to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Another shot rejected by Pierce. In transition, here come the Nets. Williams leading the charge. Out to the wing. Garnett kicks to Pierce. It's tipped. Holiday against Johnson, and it's Gordon penetrating. The shot will not go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside Williams. There's the dish to Pierce. To tie. No good off the front iron.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up. Now, this is the second season for the Nets here in Brooklyn. It's amazing how quickly they've made themselves a part of this community. But they've tried to capture some of that history from sports in the past. In fact, they have the flagpole from the old Ebbets Field right outside the Barclays Center. Kind of a cool historical connection.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Holiday against Williams for 3. Pierce. The shot is off, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And for the Nets, you notice that unlike most teams with their jerseys, whether they're on the road or at home, it's Brooklyn across their chest.
I think that represents them representing the borough, Kevin, and looking to establish a new identity. And even if you aren't a big Nets fan, for Brooklynites, it's easy to throw on a black and white sweater or jersey with Brooklyn across the front of it.
It's stolen by Davis. And a fast break now for the Pelicans, and stolen by Darren Williams. Here's Lopez. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Gordon. And a fast break now for the Pelicans.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
And especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets, that pushes this lead up instead of going the other way.
Nets trail by 6. Now Williams. He's got 9. Kicks it to Lopez. And Davis sends it back. To the paint. And stolen by Darren Williams. Passes it to Lopez. On the wing, Johnson. Johnson draws the double. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Williams, averaging 20 points per game. They shoot again, and the layup is up and in. Williams has got 11.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Pierce covering. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And what an illustrious list we're looking at here, folks. The list of interior denial. The top rankings for career blocks. Rim protection. Always key, guys, you know that, for the league's stingiest defenses.
Well, and I always think, Kevin, what would the numbers have looked like for Bill Russell had that stat been kept track of? Because prior to 1973, we didn't keep track of blocks. So you look more at some of the more recent stars, Olajuwon, Mutombo, some of the great shot blockers. Man, those guys were lockdown defenders.
Here's Blotch. Miller grabs the miss. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Q passes to Evans. Q. He's guarded by Williams. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Nets trail by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Q. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Williams. Count the bucket. Williams has got 7 points for the quarter.
It's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Here's Q. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of munching the clock.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
On tap this Wednesday, February 12th, the New Orleans Pelicans go up against the Milwaukee Bucks, the East against the West. Don't miss it.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
It's the Nets now. 8-point game. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Jaron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Garnett out there at Blotch, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So we'll see Joe Johnson go to the line here. That one's on Evans. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Also, you can see how they've gotten after it defensively. I mean, the steal totals are really something to admire.
And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Williams. The feed now to Blotch, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Chris Kamen's checked in for the Pelicans. Off the inbound, and Blotch with the basket on the assist by Anderson.
You know, as soon as he got an opening, he let it fly. That was a big shot there.
Pelicans leading by 3. The pass to Q. Kaman inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
One quality of his that really stands out is his skill as a screen setter in the pick and roll. Actually, he's good on both ends of that play, but I really like putting him in that situation.
And Steve, you know, being a good finisher in the pick and roll requires timing and athleticism, and he's got both. Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. And I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for New Orleans. Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. You know, Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou. I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me, but better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
Outside Williams. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Anderson. Here's Blotch. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 4-on-3 break. And Heinrich gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Williams gets a screen from Garnett. Pass to Johnson. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. That's now 8 points for Johnson. Pelicans leading by 3. Heinrich passes to Q. A second chance effort. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the rejection by Blotch. Johnson kicks to Garnett. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Q, he's covered by Anderson, and that one's good. And that's now 18 points for Q.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Now here's Johnson. Anderson with the ball. Now defended by Q. And there's the foul. It's on Q. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis comes in for Miller. And it's Gordon in for Tyreke Evans. And Garnett misses.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Q. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And that's now 21 points for Q. Nets trail by 6. Johnson outside. Back to Williams. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Johnson dishes to Garnett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. Here's Lopez. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game. I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Williams attacking. The open shot by Johnson. And again, unable to change momentum here. Q, Pierce covering, came in, passes to Gordon. Dishes to Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Brooklyn. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Well, I'm anxious to see what ends up happening with that Bulls game. Should be a good one.
Now here's Johnson. Outside Williams. Garnett with the screen for Williams. He kicks to Pierce. And again, no good by Brooklyn. New Orleans leading by 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. The Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Garnett. It's rebounded by Q. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Q passes to King. And he uses the glass on the layup. They've now scored 6 unanswered.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
That is good. Cayman's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
It's Williams with the drive. Great D that time from Davis.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Johnson, that's for two. Here's Lopez. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and completes the layup.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
Nets trail by 12. Williams kicks to Johnson. That's blocked. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Pass to Pierce. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Pelicans leading by 12. Hugh passes to Davis. And it's good.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Pelicans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Nets.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Q. What more, really, can you ask of a guy? I mean, when he comes out and gets a triple-double, making contributions all over the place tonight.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Taylor kicks to Teletovic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Good on the shot.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Brooklyn ball.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Livingston dishes to Teletovic. He feeds it to Plumlee. And he drops it in from the low post.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Q, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
And there's the foul. It's on Q. And that'll be his third foul so far. Livingston passes to Teletovic. They get it back. Goes up again. Smith with the block. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Anthony, this win has got to feel pretty good, coming out on the road and getting the job done like you did here tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a tough arena to play in. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Everybody coming out, we just wanted to play. We came out from the beginning and said, we got to come out and play defense, and that's what we try to do all night.
Anthony, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke.
As this game was ending, the selection committee released the rosters for the upcoming rookie-sophomore game at All-Star Weekend. Your excellent play has been recognized, having earned a spot on the roster. Your thoughts?
Wow, man. What an honor, huh? Well, I'd like to send out my thanks to the selection panel for recognizing my performance this year. Being selected is a great thing for me, and also for the team, I'll be out there giving 110% for the fans. They deserve it. I'm pumped, man. Can't wait for the game. Let's do this thing.
Hello, folks. This is your captain.